Since the release of the much-panned Diana film, they've expressed their concern that the fictional account of events betrays the reality. No one will ever forget these iconic moments with William and Harry. Image after image of Diana looking beautiful after photo shoot. It was her dedication to HIV and AIDS charities, as well, of course.
Hello, Winter.
That's all right. We've got various. This is Annie and Lavender.
It's Annie.
Couple of four.
Hello, how are you doing?
She's great. Mrs. Caitlin, she had one biped in utero. You organised it, didn't you? I was expecting her.
Yes.
I'm going to suggest one of these hats.
Looking at me. You're supposed to be supposed to be. Please do not smoke.
It's a chamomile lawn.
Downstairs.
Okay, James, thank you very much. Excuse me, sir.
So far, we're in Hannah.
We'll drop back, obviously, once we do
Yeah.
Michael Chang is obviously the...
When she's finished.
right over there, that's it.
The Prince and Princess had to contend with the official, not to say bureaucratic side of the festival. A little exercise in French for the Prince, tent on the prom. Worthy again, but they didn't seem to be having much fun.
Leurs Altesses Royales, le Prince de Galles et Lady Diana.
The royal arrival bowled over even the people of this blasé town, and the princess's dress, shoulders bared against a rather nasty wind, was greeted with pleasure. The film they saw was Lindsay Anderson's The Whales of August. Its star is Lillian Gish, who's 87. She apart for which were more prized than gold, Sir Alec Guinness, the guest of honour, following the couple in. It was a benefit for the electron. Sir Alec started to do a great deal of talking, but then it was his night too. Anthony Carthew, News at 10, in Cannes.
Place, which, not to put too fine a point on it, is a handbag farm.
It's really a size ratio.
Even when small, they're not the most patable of creatures. Tickling on the tummy is safe enough. Anything more adventurous could be dangerous too. The princess had one moment of fantasy. She was told even the week-old hatchlings could take your finger off. Wisely, the princess was not offered a handbag. Controversy was avoided, and she settled for 2 cuddly crocs in rather dreadful day-glow. The guests spotted the garlanded steps, then moved down gratefully towards the shade of the brollies. Both were given Poang Ma Lai, hand garlands, as a sign of welcome. Ritual says that you shouldn't give them back to your host. By the same token, you can't cart a garland round a guard of honor. With the princess thinking brollies might have come in handy in Australia, they moved off for drinks in the VIP lounge. It didn't go unnoticed on this occasion that the two on an hour for the experience. As is customary when they reach the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Apparently, the king always grants a dispensation to his most honored guests. The princess seemed to think this was a funny place to put the visitors' book. It was decided that to give them lunch and the faint chance of a cooling breeze, a cruise on the princess displayed a mosquito bite on her arm and a general sense of relief that the tourism, however exalted, was over for the morning. Center stream. There was one last chance for the classic tourist view of the Grand Palace and the Emerald Temple from the river. The princess, who is patron of the charity, was inside the center watching the remedial demonstrations. But she'd heard about the game of petanque and wanted to join in. First, there was a little instruction in the subtleties. Then, a preliminary throw. And then she rather took over the game. Not a bad effort, though. Then to the purpose of this visit, to call on the King of Thailand to congratulate. He married Queen Sirikit in 1950, and they have 4 children. It's her most stunning dress of the entire tour. It was one of those occasions where not only did she look good, she knew she looked good. She'd also done her homework and knew the lotus blossom was the symbol of Thailand. Down the grand staircase they processed. The Thais are very keen on formality for these functions. And so to dinner. It was Thai cuisine, but not too spicy. People presented umbrellas to the hill monasteries on Buddhist festivals. Renown, and interested her because of its fashion potential.
Excuse me, sir. Mum, excuse me, sir. Mum. Mum. Wait. Hey. Ya arrastraron de novia. Jemima. This way, please. All this way, please.
Prince Harry. They've now asked simply to be left alone for the rest of the holiday. James Mates, ITN, Mallorca.
New Prince and Princess of Wales embarked on their first royal tour as a couple. For Diana, this would be the first taste of the life she'd just married into. A job she would of course do many more times, but nearly 4 decades since that tour, the pictures belong to a different era.
Weekend with Prince Charles at Sandringham to the assembled press corps. Instead, she drove off in her brand new mini metro with a smile. I managed to have a word with her later, outside her carriage.
As the day approaches. Joan Thurkettle asked the designers if they had now finished the wedding dress.
And this was the first chance to... Now, these occasions usually lack something in naturalness. In the past, they've been pretty stilted. Not today. It was all very relaxed, because for once, everyone was relaxed. And the same was true.
Princess of Wales began her official visit with a tour of the Red Cross office in Kathmandu. Experts in protocol, meanwhile, were busily demolishing any suggestion that her reception here was downgraded because of her separation from the Prince of Wales. She was, they said, being treated like a head of state.
The demure princess detected a touch of dampness on the upper lip. It was one of those classic Australian scorchers. If the sun didn't get you, then the flies did. When her fingers finally failed her, the princess looked for an escape. But Henri the Maestro felt a congratulatory kiss was in order. Now it wasn't only the southern sun that reddened her cheeks as the blushing princess almost ran for cover, clearly embarrassed at her musical debut.
Princess of Wales unsuccessfully tried to hide her amusement before leading him off into school. Oh! Soon after, the Princess of Wales. An hour later, it was all over. The Prince and Princess thanked the headmistress